Hello, hello. I thought I'd come on live. Let's see. I don't know if there's like a good situation here. Let's see if anyone joins on. The kids put the tent up. They haven't slept in it, but we were camping and Joshua just put the tent up when we got home, and he didn't put it back down. Hello, hello. So anyway, it's so funny. I did a stories or whatever, and I'm still learning all this stuff. Listen, here's the deal. It doesn't matter the season you're in or where you are in life. We're all on a journey of learning, and I'm still learning like how to do stories and Facebook lives and all that stuff. So anyway, I did stories where I was scheduled to do a teacher class tonight, which went awesome, and it was virtual, but I was going to do it from my studio, and I couldn't find my keys. I still don't know where my keys are, right? My hunch is that they might be in the car, and the car is not here at the house. But the beautiful thing, the little mosquitoes, the beautiful thing is that it was virtual, and because I keep not all my art materials, but I often have a lot of art materials with me, I was able to do the workshop from my basement. So I was able to set it up, but it was a crash course in really just always being able to adapt and overcome no matter what the kind of the obstacle that's being thrown your way. And so it was funny. I was like, I don't know where my keys are, and it all worked out. So anyway, that's what that live was about. That stories was about, and I wanted to get on and do a live and say it all worked out, and it was amazing. And it was a workshop, a private class where we did collage work, and I love it. I've actually, within my studio, I don't think I've ever had a class that was strictly just collage, especially not for adults. I may have incorporated it in like a camp for kids or that type of thing, but I've done a couple collage workshops for adults, and it's something that I really love, and it seems like it's something that adults are interested and really love. So it might be something that I integrate a little bit more into my my studio practice and my offerings. But it was great. It was amazing. And anyway, I wanted to come on here because anytime I do an event, I get very reflective after the experience, because I do give of myself in these experiences. And it's more than just art to me. It's really about connection. It's really about building confidence. It's really about creating a space or an energy of peace and safety and creative security, and I get glimpses when I talk about like the season of life that you're in, and figuring out owning the stage that you're in, and also figuring out what it is your purpose is, right? What have you been put here on earth to do, right? So every now and then, especially and specifically when I'm teaching, whether it's with adults or kids, I get glimpses of it being directly in alignment with what I'm supposed to be doing in my life and where I'm supposed to be. And I had that kind of moment and experience tonight at different points. And, it's pretty amazing to be able to have those moments. But like I said, I still get a little bit reflective after each experience, after each art event. And I think I've heard that people who are like speakers, or they do like retreats or big speaking engagements, really when they're done, they need to kind of like pull away at the end and just kind of regain their I don't know if it's like energy or whatever, but you just kind of regain yourself, just reflect on the whole thing. And that's really what I'm taking the time to do, and see what I've learned. What did I learn about myself? Was I able to contribute value, not only through giving people what they paid for, which was an art class, but also leaving people with more than what they paid for, right? So I believe that whenever you are doing anything, as best you can, and as much as it depends on you, that you leave people saying, wow, that was better than I expected. And I learned that through listening to a mentor. Can't even remember his name, but it's just someone that I watch, but I've learned a lot from. And but he said, if you can leave people saying, wow, it was better than I expected, then that is huge. Because on average, most will do just enough. And people will be like, yeah, that was cool. But if you could leave people saying, wow, that was better than I expected, and that's really, really great. So the other thing that I was thinking is doing like a Q&A on here on maybe certain days, or whenever I do a live, leaving an opportunity for people to ask questions, question and answer. I'm very big on whether you're, my heart right now, because I'm a mother in the thick of it, is supporting mothers. But truthfully, I believe that it doesn't matter, male, female, who you are, kids, no kids, empty nester, retired. I believe that we all can learn how to bloom where we're planted, like bloom in the season that we're in, that God has placed us in. And it really is something that I'm good at. I mean, I can't even deny it. I've learned how to identify what I have and how to maximize it on the level that I'm in order to get to the next level. So if you have questions about the season of life that you're in, absolutely, David. You said reflection is key to improving for the next time and overall growth. Yes. And it's funny because my husband and the kids are at soccer practice. I don't think they're back now, but my one daughter's doing something and my other daughter's doing something else. And I just felt the need to kind of pull away for a minute to sit in nature and reflect. And then I decided I would do a live, because this is also something that I'm working on within myself, is how to show up more and show up better and learn through the process. There's something called failing forward. I mean, truthfully, we never fail, but we can fall forward, fail fast, and that speeds up the learning process. And as I look at goals and desires and just what I feel like my next level and my family's next level and how I want to give requires me to show up in a different way. And that's something that I have to kind of strengthen that muscle and just do it, right? Just do it, whether it's one person, whether it's 0 people, whether it's 100 people. How you show up for one is how you show up for 100. And the other thing that I've learned is that if you can be faithful with little, you will be blessed with more. So you don't say, I will show up when ... I will show up when there are 100 people watching. I will show up when there's 30 people watching. No, you show up even if no one's watching. You show up even if there's one watching, because you don't know who that one will be when they do see. So that's the a great foundation and practical for blooming where you're planted right in this season of life that you find yourself in. Are you waiting for something to, waiting for, like the phrases, when this happens, then? No, that's the wrong mindset. The mindset is, I will do the best I have now where I am so that then, right? So that when the opportunity comes, you're ready to rise to that occasion because you've learned what you needed to learn at this level. And let's see, the only way to learn is to fail. Yep, you can't be afraid to fail, especially with God. God's always going to give you the next opportunity. Absolutely, 100%. And I believe, like, I learned this, it's scriptural, but also I learned this through personal development way back in 2013 when I really got even more heavy into personal development was Jim Rohn. And one of his kind of philosophies and one of his CD teachings was that when you move, right, then God can move. He doesn't say God, but it's like with anyone. When you're helping someone, when you see them take a step, that inspires you to take even 2 steps, right? When you see someone working what they can on the level that they're in, it inspires you as the one who can help and support to step in and assist 1 step further, 2 steps further, however much. So when we move, or when we are, making progress, it allows, be it God or, however you want to define it, or someone else to step in and support you through that process. So yes, that is 100% true. So so anyway, this has been very, very helpful for me, therapeutic for me to get on and do this live and to just kind of show up in the space that I'm in and let you know that it's not about perfection. It really is about progress, but we can get caught up in perfection. I know I can do that also in areas of my life that I'm working on, but if we can focus on just making progress in an area that is pushing us forward, because believe it or not, you're never standing still. Sometimes we can feel like we're standing still, right? Or we feel a little bit stagnant, but you're really either declining or you're either kind of improving or declining. We're never ever standing still. So as long as you can stay in motion and in movement in the right direction towards whatever it is you're trying to achieve, you will be on the, be it, maybe not a steep slope, but you'll be on the steady incline. And kind of my mission right now, not even right now, but it's always been this way, is to kind of share from my life, but also support others on their journeys as they do the same thing. So we're all learning, just learning at different levels, and we're all in different seasons, but we can maximize the season that we're in and really fall in love with the season that we're in as we build and strive for the next level. So anyway, listen, I know there's like 2 people on here. Are there any questions that I can answer? Let's do a quick Q&A. What season of life, you can type it in the chat, what season of life are you in right now? So are you, single, married, kids, no kids, a professional? Do you want to type that in the chat? And then if you have a question, I would love for you to type that in as well. And whether you do it now, you can type live, or you can type a number 1 for replay and put your question in the chat, and I would be more than happy to answer. So single, professional, with a house. Amazing phase and season to be in. So David, real quick, let's do this. Is there one area that you find that you are looking to focus on in this season? So if you were to think about faith, finances, fitness, fun, and family. Like, what are those 5 areas? What's one that you are looking to focus on in this single professional with a house season of life? See if you'll be brave enough to type something in or someone else can type it in too. So we're always working on some, I mean, we're always working on all 5 of these things, I believe. You know, sometimes it could be really like chaotic and confusing because we're dabbling here and there, and we lack the clarity in the areas that we're trying to kind of like take hold of. But we're all in some ways focused on finances, focusing on our spirituality, focusing on managing the relationships around us, which we'll call family, either trying to work on our health. I'm working on my health always, and how to incorporate fun. So I know, right? Working on all of that. Yes. So what I encourage you to do, and anyone else who, joins on here in the future, is to think about which area, faith, family, finances, fun, fitness, that you want to focus on first, right? And what do you want that to look like? And then identify the season of life that you're in, and then type that in here. And then we'll come up with an idea of what that next level is for you. But first you have to identify to create that clarity, because otherwise it gets a little bit crazy town to focus on everything all at once. But when you narrow it down, you create clarity, and then it feeds into what the greater, bigger vision is that you have. So, but listen, I get it and I understand. I'm super excited just to have David, you join in. I think there was someone else joining in. Thank you for your time. Lovely Tank here, aka your mama on a mission. And listen, we're all learning, and this is awesome. Happy almost fall, and really think about what you want this fall to look like, and this quarter as we wrap up the year before too long. So here we go. All right, you take care. Type a 1 if you are listening to the recording, and a type live if you were able to catch it live. And I look forward to seeing what you glean from this live video. Thank you so much too for sharing, David. All right, have a beautiful night. Bye-bye.